Hey guys, it's Adam with Master Paw. It's been a long time, but I wanted to take this video, and I know they're random, but hopefully these videos are helping you out. So I wanted to talk about e-collars. E-collars are one of the most effective tools that is in the market, but you have to use it the right way. It's like with any tool. Like, you can build a house with a hammer and you can destroy it with the hammer at the same time, right? And it's all about knowing how to use these collars. A lot of these trainers, they use them as straight up shock collars, where they're using it even on a device, an e-collar where it's 1 to 100, where you can finesse it a lot. They're hitting 80, 90s. My customers don't go over 20, and that's like a correction. Most of the dogs communicate on low levels. Like, I'm talking about like 6 to 8 working levels. It really depends on the dog, because if you put it on your hand and then you put it on your wife's or your brother's hand, they're gonna feel it at different levels, and it's all about going back to that lowest working level. There's a funny thing. So customers call me all the time and they're like, yeah, I bought that shock collar and I tased my dog and I shocked him really high and it didn't work. Really? It's because it doesn't work like that. You have to be, I guess it can, but a dog is not just going to instinctively know what to do by you shocking them. And at that point, you're using shocking as opposed to communication. So the way I teach it is more like a tap on the shoulder versus a smack on the butt, right? And this took me a long time to figure out, but when you use it in this way, you're able to use those low digits. Also, the biggest thing that I've seen is the e-collar being too loose. When the e-collar's too loose, and I know everybody doesn't want to hurt their dog, I get it, I understand, but if it's not tight, and there's different straps that I'll talk about in a second, but if it's not tight, meaning the two prongs, the two connectors are not touching the skin, then you're gonna have to go to really high levels. Do this. So grab an e-collar and just hold it, because you have to hold it so that both contact points are touching. Hold it minimally, like don't hold it like tightly, okay? Like hold it loosely and try the e-collar. Then squeeze the e-collar and you'll feel it. I keep getting text messages. And then you'll feel it on a lot lower levels. So that's huge. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that it's tight. Move the hair out of the way so that you're not hitting these ridiculous levels. Again, dogs don't just understand the e-collar. However, it's a very, very effective tool. It's actually one of the most humane things I have seen. People in countries ban them because people are idiots and they don't know how to use them. Using an e-collar at 80 or 90 to get a dog to do something is ridiculous. Anybody can shock a dog into submission. It takes a whole different skill set to be able to teach the dog on a level of low level, and to be able to cater to the dog, because certain dogs understand the functionalities of e-collar differently. Sometimes vibrate's going to work. Sometimes you need a stronger correction. But then obviously you're going to dial down. It's a constant game. So that's my little spiel for e-collars. In this channel, you'll see the recommended brand that I use. I stand behind them so much. They are called, whoops. We'll just keep it going. It was good information, whatever. Hopefully you guys got a kick out of it. It's eCollar Technologies. You can find them on Amazon. My customers contact me because I'm a dealer. You can find it on Amazon, or you can go straight to ecollar.com. Now, the contact points are really important. With cheapo e-collars, you can get away with them, but the contact points are like just not as, they're kind of rigid. They're cheap. They're cheap Chinese type stuff. It's the difference between cheap China versus a product that's made in America. So you know, if you're going to use the e-collar, might as well have something that the dog can you know, wear comfortably. Which leads me to my next point: the actual strap. The best strap that I've seen is the one with the bungee cords. I'll tell you why. It's because when you put on the e-collar with the dog, they're normally sitting, right, and their neck is tensed up, so it's a tight fit. But as they get up, their neck loosens up, and now the e-collar's loose. Remember, that's what we're trying to avoid. So there's this one with a bungee cord, like in between, you know, like a biothin collar, and it allows the ability to like stretch and like collapse and expand with the dog. Really, really nice. Also, the contact points. They have the e-collar technology from ecollar.com. You're welcome. Have different contact points that you should use. So every dog's different. So sometimes you need a hypoallergenic one. Sometimes you need a long coat one. Sometimes you need a one that's nickel free. Whatever. But what I'm saying is that there's things that you might not know. Why take that chance on figuring out an e-collar which could be used in the wrong way and it could hurt your dog? Or you can find a balance trainer or a good trainer around you or myself to help you find the way of balance, to help transition, to help you use that remote collar as an ability to communicate with your dog anywhere on really, really low levels. It's just a tapping that we're teaching, but you need to teach what that tapping is and how to turn it off in a really nice way. I hope you liked that video. I dropped the phone. We had some blooper moments. In any case, that's my spiel on the e-collar. I love it. Use it the right way though, okay? I'll see you guys next time.